Among the things that emerged in the 20th century was the concept of management. And indeed, some of the very popular management thinkers, gurus like Peter Drucker, talked about management as one of those key things that every country needs to have if the country is going to transform. Management is the art of getting things done through others, and the importance of management emerged with the first industrial revolution. Prior to the industrial revolution, people used to produce for self-consumption, so there was really no need for management. People would manage things in a simplistic manner because all they needed was to produce enough for them to eat. But the Industrial Revolution brought in the concept of organizations and factories, and it gave rise to the need for people to be able to manage these institutions. So over the years, various theorists, various philosophers have come up to explain what management is. And indeed, today, management is tending towards a subject that it's not a science as such, but tending towards it, because we are developing a systematic body of knowledge known as management. But while that is as it is, leadership, on the other hand, is something that has been with us for thousands of years. And indeed, as management guru Peter Drucker says, that while leadership has been with us for thousands of years, the world is short of leaders. And it comes out to play what is leadership and what is management, and what is the distinction between these two. Leadership is simply the ability to inspire other people, whereas management is an art of getting things done through people. So these are closely related concepts. Leadership is a much wider concept than management, and a leader needs to be able to acquire management skills. It's also true that managers also need leadership skills and knowledge to be much more effective. The concept of leadership is much bigger than the concept of management. What then is management? As I said, management is the art of getting things done through people, and it involves the different functions of planning, organizing, communication, motivating, and control, among others. Of course, it depends on the situation that we're in. So when you establish an organization, there is need for management to be able to achieve the goals that you set out to achieve. It's the managers who think through what is supposed to be done, identify the resources and the people, motivate the people to perform, communicate with them, lead them, and indeed, after they've performed, they need to be able to evaluate that performance, and the need for correction, correct it. But what's important is we achieve what we want to achieve. Leadership, on the other hand, is simply the ability to inspire people. And this inspiration, of course, should be directed towards some effort. A leader must have followers, whereas managers do not necessarily have people they manage. But a leader must have followers. And these followers must be able to believe in the leader. The followers should be in a position to do what the leader says they should do willingly. This is inspiration. So leadership is about an individual understanding the needs of a group of others who are followers and selling his or her vision to these people so that these people come to do things to be able to achieve that vision willingly. Leadership is therefore a much wider concept, and leaders must also be able to manage. But the main distinction comes from the following aspects. One, managers are normally appointed in positions, whereas leaders need not to be appointed in positions. There is a famous book by Robin Sharma, A Leader Without a Title. Leaders don't need titles. They emerge in situations. But of course, if you are appointed a manager and you also hone leadership skills, then you become a much better manager. The second aspect is managers prefer to have order. They want to have systems, procedures in which things are done, so that when they delegate tasks and responsibilities to a subordinate, they know that the subordinate is going to follow a certain order to be able to achieve the goals that were set out by performing those tasks that we are assigned to him. So that distinguishes a manager from a leader, that managers prefer order, systems, procedures, because management is a process. A process is a systematic way in which things are done. But leaders are quite comfortable with chaos. Leaders don't need procedures. All they need is the ability to steer the motion of their followers so that the followers can be motivated, can be excited to be able to perform those things that the leaders are saying they should be able to perform. That is a major distinction between leadership and management. The other thing is that leaders emerge in any situation. Wherever you have a situation of people together, a leader will emerge. Whereas managers, yes, they can emerge too, but they need the acceptance of people through legitimate authority. Whereas leaders do not necessarily need legitimate authority. That's why you find that even in organizations, you're going to find informal leaders who emerge and are much more powerful than the formal leaders because they have what it takes to be leaders. So you as managers who want to become better at what you're doing, you want to perform your job better, you want to achieve better, it's important that you hone leadership knowledge and skills so that you can improve the way you do things.